Hi, everybody. It's Joe Giardulo at SopranoPlanet.com. I make mouthpieces for soprano saxophone. Drop by the website, check it out. Drop me a line. A lot of great information there. All right, what's the subject today? Well, this is a big one. There's a lot of people playing soprano saxophone that run into this problem. What is that? It's when you go to play the high notes, sometimes C, D, palm key D, E, E flat, F, they don't speak. They don't come out. Or they sometimes come out and sometimes don't come out. They're undependable. Okay, that happens to a lot of people. Well, what are the causes of this and what do we do about it? All right, well, there are two basic areas we have to contend with. So for instance, if you've been playing soprano and you've been able to hit those notes and you've had no problem, and suddenly those notes are recalcitrant or they won't come out at all, well, the chances are that's a mechanical problem. What do I mean by that? Well, your octave key is not opening. The pad is not lifting. It may be stuck. There may be a spring off. But it's either not opening, or if it is opening, then the octave pip, the hole that the pad covers, might be clogged. There might be some debris in there. And you can clean that out if you do it carefully with a bent paper clip. But if you've been able to play those notes and then suddenly you can't, that's the place to look, okay? Most of you guys will know this, but some of you might not. All right, but that takes care of one thing. But that's 5% of the people who run into this problem of the top notes not speaking. The other 95%, the source of their problems is different. What is the source of their problems? Well, I'm going to demonstrate it for you, okay? Now here's one of my setups. Now I'm going to change the position of the mouthpiece. Watch. So I'm going to tune flatter. Suddenly the D won't speak. The C is even undependable at that moment. So what did I do? Well, I tuned flatter and I changed the acoustical environment that we're in, okay? It's the acoustical environment that was stopping those notes from speaking. If I push the mouthpiece back on, I have no problem hitting that D, okay? And beyond. So what am I telling you? Well, I'm telling you that the issue is really happening around your mouthpiece. And it's not your horn that's causing this, although your horn's a part of it. It's the position of your mouthpiece and also the way you attach to your mouthpiece and the way you create your acoustical environment. All right, that sounds complex. It's not all that complex. Here's why it happens to a lot of people, okay? It happens in conjunction very often with another problem that's ubiquitous with soprano players, and that is biting, exerting too much pressure from the lower lip onto the reed. What happens when players do that? Well, a number of things happen, but one thing that happens for certain is that depressing the reed with a lot of pressure from the lower lip, in fact, makes everything play a little sharper, okay? It just does, which is also why a lot of soprano players will tell you, I have a problem being sharp, especially up high, okay? Well, that's very often from biting, but it's not only from biting. So when you play with pressure, whatever the amount may be, but if it's too much, and sometimes grossly too much, you- you're 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 pushing the pitch to the sharp end. When you push the pitch to the sharp end, now in order to be in tune, you've got to pull that mouthpiece out a little bit to accommodate the fact that you made your chamber a little smaller. Okay. So that's the accommodation you make in tuning. And when you tune, you can be in tune in the middle of your horn. You've got it. You can play all that in tune. Okay. And that's partially because your pressure of your lower lip is bringing that pitch up a little to deal with the fact that you've tuned a little flatter in effect. I hope you understand that. Okay. So that's all well and good, except when I tuned flatter, those notes became unstable and sometimes didn't speak. So there's the source of a lot of the problems that you have playing top notes. Now, what do you do about that? Well, of course, don't bite, practice don't biting. And of course, we all strive for that, and I'm sure you do. But in fact, your mouthpiece has to be set up so that it plays without that kind of effort, extra and improper effort from your lower lip. Okay, your mouthpiece may not be set up that way. I can tell you that most of the mouthpieces I see are not set up correctly, and therefore they contribute to this problem. All right, but if you want to prove to yourself that you can play those top notes, set up as you normally do with your mouthpiece and your reed. Play, establish that those top notes are not speaking. Now shove that mouthpiece on a little bit more. Do it again. And I guarantee you that you'll find a spot where those notes will speak. They'll be sharp. Don't worry about that at the moment. What you've just discovered is it's an acoustical problem, and we have to solve the acoustical problem. Your mouthpiece is involved in that. You are also to a certain extent. It's the combination of the two. But the fact is, if you're working hard to solve the problem and your mouthpiece is not set up correctly, you can work all you want and you're not going to get very far. And it's not going to be much fun, okay? Hey, listen, this is Joe Giardulo. This is real. You have this problem, contact me. I can help. I can guarantee you I can help, all right? I don't just say I can help. I guarantee I can help. This is Joe Giardulo, sopranoplanet.com. Be well. Drop by the website and please like this video. It really helps to get it out there so that people who may be having this problem will know it exists and know what the solutions are. Be well. Take care. Stay safe. See you soon.